I have been buying Vogue magazines for many years. I started in 2004 and I think I have most of the editions of American and some of the British Vogues up until 2011, 2012. Then I stopped for a few years and now I buy one still occasionally, but I'm not buying it every month anymore. But I do have quite a nice collection, and because this is fashion and of course we want to revisit some of the well-known designs from that era, and also it's very good to check what's coming back again, because if you've been around at that time, you know what's coming back this year. And it's kind of fun to look through old Vogues and kind of see what we were wearing and lusting after at specific month in the specific year. And I actually found a little gem. It's Melania Knaus, as she was known when she was still living in Slovenia, and now is Melania Trump, of course, the former First Lady. And this was her wedding dress, and this was the Vogue issue that had an interview with her spread over 5-6 pages. We're going to go through that and kind of look at her wedding dress again, and also what else is hiding in this 2005 edition of American Vogue. Hi guys, and welcome to another video. If this is your first time here, my name is Veronica. I am a TV presenter and journalist, and I love everything about fashion, so this channel is fashion related in one way or another. So stick around and join the conversation. So we're gonna go back to the February of 2005. And this is the edition that have Melania Trump on the cover. What do we have in here? I remember the first time I saw a commercial for Gap in Vogue, I was a bit shocked, because to me Vogue was always kind of like high luxury. Gap is okay, I mean I have certain items from it, but I would never expect a commercial for Gap to actually be in Vogue. And look, here it is. Then we have this lovely spread for Gucci. You know, this is like a leather shirt that's timeless, that you can wear time and time again. So that's for sure something that survived the test of time. And then we have Dior. Dior is also at the back page, by the way, and it's another outfit that kind of... To be honest, even in 2005, because yes, I remember how I used to dress in 2005. Even in 2005, I would not be wearing this. It's definitely not my style, but it is the style of that era. And this, to me, apart from having like a, you know, jeans corset and like a jeans blazer, which is still wearable today, I just don't like the embroidery on it. So this is not exactly the outfit that I would say that you can pull off today, at least not on the street. I mean, if you're a fashionista and you go to certain type of events, of course you can, because everybody there will know that this is like Dior circa 2005, but on the street, not so much. And then we have Louis Vuitton. This is the kind of advertisements that I'm always expecting in Vogue. I always blame my luxury bag edition to two things. First is, of course, Vogue. Second is Sex and the City series, not films, series. Because in the first, I think it was like season 3, that Carrie really started carrying obvious designer bags. I remember the Gucci belt waist bag that I saw there first. I just had to have. I mean, I talked about this bag in this video. This is really old bag and I still have it and I still use it. But it's definitely, I definitely blame Sex and the City for my luxury bag addiction, and Vogue didn't help as well. When you are in the impressionable age, which is like usually throughout your teens and maybe even early 20s, and then, you know, you see ads like this and you're like, I want this bag, and you are not reasonably thinking how much this bag will actually cost. You just know you want it. This is kind of like how it starts, and then it depends on every person how it develops. I kind of curbed my addiction by now, but it was pretty big at some time in my life. So we have Kate Moss for Burberry. This was still her highlight years. She was huge in the 90s, but 2005, she was still present everywhere. I love this ad, because I remember my reaction was like, oh, it's such a cute dog. And look at this. We have an ad for Donald Trump fragrance over 2 pages. This is not an article. This is a paying ad. Just saying. Remember who's on the cover, right? Okay, then we have a spread on Giorgio Armani and Bottega Veneta. So all the names we still love today are present. Then we have Michael Kors. Cute wedges. And again, Michael Kors. That was the era, if you are older, you will remember this. There was a time, I think it was a couple of years, it wasn't just 2005, but it was a few years when you couldn't see an ad for luxury brand without featuring helicopters, private planes, things like that, yachts. There was a certain point where it was just too much. I remember every single ad you could see had either private plane and, you know, models coming out of it, or, you know, like this one here with like a limousine and the helicopter. So this was like really the fashion of photography, fashion photography at the time, and it was getting annoying, so I'm glad they stopped. Then we have Prada, Madonna for Versace. Do you remember this ad? I mean, if you are younger, obviously you're not gonna remember it, but for us, all the girls will remember this. I mean, this was huge because back at the time, you could see celebrities wearing, obviously, designer items, but it was rare to see them featured in official ads like this. So this was pretty awesome to see Madonna in Versace. There's a funny article about Karl Lagerfeld being head of Chanel, obviously being in Japan. He actually said, when we met 30 years ago, would you ever have thought we'd end up here? That's what he screamed across the rolling masses of Japanese citizens who created a vortex around him as he arrived at the famous crossing in Tokyo, because they were opening a huge new Chanel store in one of the Tokyo districts. Here we actually have head-to-head Furla and Max Mara, which I think is funny because today I don't think Max Mara and Furla are in the same bracket. I think Max Mara is still slightly higher, but it depends who you're talking to, I guess. I think Max Mara, it is slightly higher, but they're both kind of like middle luxury brands, not so much higher. Then we have Roberto Cavalli, and I'm wearing a Roberto Cavalli dress today. We have David Yurman photograph of Kate Moss again. I'm definitely of the era when we all fell in love with Kate Moss, and I think I'm gonna stay in love with her until the day I die. She was amazing. Trend of the moment in February 2005 was Art Nouveau. Art and fashion collided at the Winter Gala at the Neue Gallery, and they tell the guests don't designs that echoed the museum's signature collection of early 20th century German and Austrian art. Klimt-like patterns by Marni and Carolina Herrera. 2005. Prada usually has one look or one outfit every season that really kind of catches everybody's eye, and it was the same back then, and there was like this special Prada dress that everybody wanted, and you can actually see here a lot of ladies are wearing the same style. Are we ready to look into Melania's wedding dress? The title is How to Marry a Billionaire, which is funny because Melania always came across as very proud and self-sufficient in certain ways. So I still giggle that, you know, I'm pretty sure she didn't know about that title, but it's funny that she allowed it if she did. So Melania Knaus, the next Mrs. Trump, is a smashing 34-year-old Slovenian who handles her position and the Donald with panache, and Vogue traveled with her to the Paris couture to find a dream dress for her American royal wedding. Photographs are by Mario Testino. So we have kind of like a diary in here of what her time was in Paris, what she was doing, what she was trying to buy, the accessories, a lot of things about her wedding. Not everything, obviously, but a lot of things. And down here you can actually see her trying on the dress. When she was trying on Valentino, she had a black dress, and then she got a sketch of the white, how this dress in white would look like. Then we have her getting, you know, fit, and here she is with their son Baron. Melania will wear a borrowed thread Leighton necklace and blue underpinnings by La Perla, and carry an old rosary Why carry a bouquet? Just to follow tradition, she asks. We are still not done. The cake will be created by her pastry chef. It will stand 5 feet tall and be covered with 3,000 white roses. The problem is, Melania said, how do I walk around in this? You just do. And this is the dress, the wedding dress of Melania Knaus, now Melania Trump. So this is Dior Haute Couture white satin hand beaded and embroidered wedding dress. And Donald's reaction was, isn't she spectacular? Aren't I lucky? So she actually wore, this dress was made by Dior, and John Galliano was the head of the design, head designer at Dior at the time. Here we have a Hilary Swank spread. She's a master of transformation, it says here. And this photograph is by Craig McDean. She looks very peacocky on that. Oh my, those are huge hair. This huge hair are just for this photo spread. I don't remember in 2005 me walking around with this huge hair. So this is the photo shoot edition, not 2005 style edition. If I just show you this without saying who it is, would you recognize her? I don't think she's very recognizable in this, because it's just not how we are used to her, right? This big hair thing. But yes, so this was February 2005 Vogue. I still have many of this, and occasionally I will find a little gem and go through it with you. So if you are of younger generation, how do you look at the styles that you saw in this video? Because to me, a lot of them are like timeless, because, you know, those are the styles from the era when I was growing up, when I was, you know, still kind of like developing my style. A lot of them I could still actually wear today, but I'm not sure if this would be the same for someone younger. So what do you think? Guys, have a lovely day. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.